hairdresser, bro.
It's 15 minutes away. Shut up.
It's 16, and I need to change. Come on, bro.
Welcome back to the Hallal and Hickey Show, episode number 2. This one's titled The Haircut because Jack apparently has a haircut that needs a helicopter to take him there. So, Jack, welcome back. Declan, welcome back. Jack, where are you now? You're in Utah? Where are you at?
Bro, I'm in Sudbury, bro. Chill, bro.
Today is move-in day at Curry College. Congrats to all the freshmen and first year that are now moving in. Shout out to the athletes that are helping them out. Shout out to Jay Gonzalez because it's one of Jack's favorite human beings. At the end of the day, Jay and Jack go back a long time, so it's great to hear that. Jack, welcome back to the pod. Declan, welcome back to the pod. Listen, I got a couple before we begin. I got a couple messages from a podcast titled Duck Boat Dispatch. I don't know if you guys have heard of it,
bro,
but there may be a collab in the future with Duck Boat Dispatch and the Hallal and Hickey Show. Boys, biggest series of the year. Red Sox, Yankees. We will talk about our thoughts on the Orioles series and the Marlins. But before then, the reason why this is the most important series of the year is because, well, the Red Sox are now a game behind the Yankees in the wild card, and the next two series are in-division series against the Orioles and the Yankees. Declan, thoughts on tonight's matchup?
The last 3 days have driven me insane, by the way, but yeah, it's a big series, because they're down. I think it's like 1.5 back actually in the standings, so it's even worse than that. I still feel confident because the moments in which we played the Yankees this year, we've definitely beat them. Yeah, but it's a big series. We're almost the same record as the Yankees. We're also like neck and neck with the Mariners in the wild card. So yeah, it's a big series. I feel confident about Giolito on the mound tonight against Hill. So yeah, it's definitely a huge matchup, but I still have some confidence left in the Red Sox still, even though this is a very important series.
Jack, we unfortunately saw this team load the bases 3 times, strike out 3 times, hit a home. Nathaniel Lowe just, ended up on the Red Sox through a DFA, and Acclaim hits a home run, and we still lose off a swinging bunt and not sending Nate Eaton to tie the game. Just thoughts on where this team's going to be for this series. We'll give our predictions, of course, for what the series is going to look like, but what are your vibes going into this series, and do you think this team is a group that can just flush that last game and look towards beating a team that you've been successful against for years now? What are your thoughts on that for this series?
Yeah, look, I mean, to be honest with you, I think we can all agree that this Red Sox team on paper is not anything special. They're just playing well, right? I mean, they've been playing well before the All-Star break. Unfortunately, over the last couple series, they haven't played well at all. Look, I'm not too worried that about the Yankees. I mean, we do play the Yankees well, and honestly, we play teams well that are better than us or are right around our caliber. We can't really play well against teams who are worse than us, which is kind of crazy. It seems like we go down to their level, which is unfortunate. But look, I am still high on them. Not as high as I was. I think that's normal. I still think we have a legit chance of making the wild card. And look, it's going to be interesting to see what Giolito can do to get us back kind of in this spot tonight. But yeah, I'm not going to panic yet because honestly, it's not like our team's nasty and we should 100% make the playoffs. Like, we're just playing well and we found something, in the kind of the middle of the year, and it's been fun to watch. But at the end of the day, when things are going well, but we just had a bad couple series, and I think we turn around tonight.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I think this team is resilient. Like you said, the talent, the star power, it really isn't there. I mean, it's there sort of. I mean, you got an ace. You have a all-star closer, the best closer in the MLB. You have Alex Bregman. You have the rest of the guys, young and old. I mean, it's a good group, right? And we kind of said that in preseason, knowing and thinking Rafi Devers would still be here, right? But that ship has sailed and it's come and gone. But at the same time, this group, it reminds me of all the times where Walker Bueller's had a fucking horrific start because the guy's been awful. And then the team just rebounds the next day because they're like, let's flush it. At this point, I know the guy is on a $20 million contract. It's just for a year. But, you got, in my opinion, you got to let it go. I mean, at this point, there's no point of holding on and continuing to just throw him out there every fifth day and expect him not to walk the whole fucking world. I mean, it's honestly, it's awful to watch. And as a fan, because we thought we knew what he was going to be, it's been a fucking roller coaster. Jack.
Look, again, I don't know as much about baseball and baseball personnel and coaching as you two do, but at the end of the day, like, I feel like at some point, what we've seen Walker Buehler do throughout the year, like, again, correct me if I'm wrong. I don't know why Cora can't just meet with the pitching staff or pitching coaching personnel and be like, hey, let's throw someone out on this fifth spot and just see what he can give us, right? Like, why can't you just trial and error? We're not in the postseason yet, right? Like, for that fifth starting spot, why don't you just like, hey, let's throw this guy out there, see what he can give us?
I just think it's a tough time for anything to be changed because, again, you could throw Kyle Harrison. But the thing is, that guy is in Worcester has basically been what Walker Bueller's been. He's been inconsistent. He's walked a lot of guys. He's also K'd a lot of guys. The thing about Walker Buehler is he's got 6 pitches and they all suck. Like, there's no, like, to have a 6-pitch mix and nothing sticks. The cutter sucks. The slider sucks. Everything sucks. I mean, it's like, look what the fuck are you supposed to do? Like, it's terrible. Like, I can't.
I mean, I could hit his stuff, bro.
Listen.
It's just like it's just like every time he throws a slider or a sweeper, it's like he has it, and then he'll just throw it down the middle and it's over.
And it gets hit for 450.
Bro, he'll literally throw the slider. It's like, okay, the cutter was a strike. The fastball's a strike. Let me throw a slider down the middle. Bang.
0-2 hole, and then he walks the rest of the lineup.
It's almost like you're playing MLB The Show and you're.
I also think I think it's also because he's getting $20 million, and I feel like they feel like they have to like keep using him because he's getting that much money. But I don't agree.
Where I think this ownership group lacks is cutting where it sucks. Like, Jack hates this ownership group, and I see why, but where they lack, in my opinion, is when a contract sucks, you need to eat the money and give up.
Yeah.
Why the fuck is Masataka Yoshida batting in this lineup? This guy's a 500 OPS. Like,
automatic out.
I don't understand how these people are in the and we'll get into it now. Abraham Toro was DFA'd today. That dude was hot for a month after Casas got hurt, and then once the month ended, he had the worst OPS among qualifying hitters in baseball, and he was batting 4th.
Wait a minute, wait. They actually cut him?
He got DFA'd today.
Yes!
But guess who got called up?
Yes!
David Hamilton got called up. So, I mean, listen. David Hamilton.
Wait, who we call up then?
David Hamilton got called up to fill his spot. But, listen. We'll get past that. Let's talk positive, right? We've shit on this team enough at this point, right? Flushed the Orioles series, the Marlins series. We won the series. The last game was fucking insane. I don't know how again, I just think the last 2 series, the way that they've ended, if they just swept the Marlins, split against the Orioles, I would have said, all right, boys, we're at 70 wins. Let's continue. We're at 68 now, right? I mean, we're looking to get to 70. We're looking to, at least now, we'll give our predictions for this series. The biggest series in the entire Red Sox season starts today, and it's a 4-gamer against the New York Yankees. 1 game on Fox, 1 game on ESPN, 2 games on NESN. Friday, Unobstructed Views, Jared Carabas. Declan, record prediction, or not record prediction, but series prediction for this series against the Yankees.
I think it's gonna go. I think we're gonna win the first game, lose the second game, win the third game, and I'm gonna say we're gonna win 3-1.
3-1, a series win. Jack, predictions on this Yankee series, biggest series of the season. Honestly, the next two series are because we play an in division against the Orioles, who have been hot. Doesn't matter how bad they are. They're a good 5th place team. I don't know how I'm saying that, but it's true. Jack, thoughts on this series?
To be honest with you, I think we split.
That's fair.
I think we win 2, we lose 2. We're in the Bronx. It's not Fenway. It's a kind of a different environment. Obviously, Aaron Judge plays better in the Bronx against us than he does in Fenway Park. Like, again, I don't know, man. Like, it's honestly, and again, like rightfully so, it's a whole different environment between New York and Boston and the fields and everything. Like, I don't know if we're ready for the moment, to be honest with you. I don't know if it's tonight. I don't know if it's tomorrow, but Declan doesn't necessarily have a bad take with 3-1. I can see it happening. I think this team is capable of doing it, but I think 2-2 is more reasonable. Giolito on the mound tonight. I can see. I don't know. I can see Aaron Judge kind of having a lot of big games against us.
Aaron Judge, again, been doing great this year, but I do think he's torn his UCL, and they're not going to say anything about it. Obviously, by next year, he's going to be at first base. That's kind of the trajectory of what his career is looking like because of injury. But for this series, regardless, I think they take it. I think it's a series win. I think they go 3-1. I think they're going to win that Giolito day today. They're going to get the Crochet day. They're going to get the Bayo day. And then Dustin Maye will probably melt down for the first time. He's a small sample size, but again, I think that might be the game where he melts. And we're going to go 3.
He has played good, though. Like, he has
I understand,
played
but I just think, the Yankee lineup, again, it's not on paper is not great, but Cody Bellinger's been pretty solid for this team. He's not going to get re-signed. We'll see how it goes, and I think 3-1, Jack on a split, and we'll return to that next episode, which will be in studio, which is exciting to think about. Anyways, moving on. Fucking Christ, moving on. Thank God. Actually, not thank God, because the Patriots. Jack, any thoughts on Drake Maye's performance and what we've seen of him in these last 2 preseason games?
Yeah, I'm not loving what I'm seeing, to be honest with you. It's scary. I know it is preseason. But yeah, you got people who are on scene at Gillette Stadium saying he looks a little sloppy. He looks like the pressure's getting to him. That's a little worrisome. Look, again, I think it's one of these things where it's like on paper our team isn't nasty. I just think we're gonna find a way to win some games. And again, I think the offense still looks awful other than Trayvon Henderson. We still can't really complete a pass. I don't have trust that Diggs is the guy. I don't know. I'm worried because I had them, I think, at either 9 or 10 wins in the previous episode when we predicted the schedule. I'm worried now. We need Drake Maye. He showed what he can do last year. I'm worried.
I'm worried too before I go to Declan. I think watching. Yeah. iMessage, yeah.
You heard that?
You're gonna get suspended
Yeah,
soon. You
that was
understand?
loud.
We're gonna do this Section 10 suspension soon, bro. I swear to God.
Oh,
I don't know how to turn my ringer off on my computer.
Check, I like that. Check
Listen.
All right, I'll go on do not disturb.
Yeah, you gotta D&D that. Listen, I think Drake Maye overthrowing DeMario Douglas, the guy's 5'8", probably 5'6", he's probably up in the depth chart or whatever, when they put heights and whatever,
probably lying,
Jack at IMG was 6'2". I'm saying it's just it,
I actually was, bro. You know that. Come on, bro.
Jack is talking to his demons inside his head. No, but legitimately, I can't even speak. That's how bad it is. Legitimately, I think Drake Maye overthrowing DeMario Douglas, and the guy's 5'6", and did you see when he threw to Mac Hollins? Mac Hollins had to get on his tippy toes to go grab that ball. I just think the overthrows have been alerting to me, and I'm a big Drake Maye guy, and I'm the optimistic guy. I'm the guy that was like, oh, this team's fucking 10 wins, fucking playoffs, I'm that guy. But shit, what's going on here? I know McDaniels has just praised this guy all offseason. He's not lying. I don't know. Whatever McDaniel sees in him has got to be true. But what the fuck is he doing on the field that is like this terrible? Declan, thoughts? Am I panicking too much? Are we panicking too much? Me and Jack.
I mean, I'm a little worried, but not that worried because
I knew he was gonna say that.
I knew it.
bro, like I'm not gonna say like, oh, this guy's falling because he's made some mistakes, but like I think he can recover from them. I mean, he showed like many times in the season that he can recover and have like great moments. Like I'm not gonna be too worried because I think like Drake May's still gonna be a good quarterback, and I still think he's gonna be able to show like I think he's gonna be able to show off how good he is in the clutch moments this season because last year he didn't really get to show that many clutch moments last year because the team was bad. So I'd say that he's definitely gonna do a lot better. I know Jack's smiling and Jack wants to just do the hate.
Hey, Jack's threw up the finger now. He's want to say something.
Jack
He's got something.
Hate on Drake Maye for I don't know, but no, like, but I think it's fine. I think you guys are like maybe worrying a little too much because I think Drake May's gonna do fine.
Jacko, thoughts?
Look, Drake Maye, yes, he's good. Like, was I down on him when we drafted him? Yes. Did he win 4 games last year? Yes. Do people consider him to Tom Brady for some reason? Yes.
No,
I don't know why.
No, they don't. No, they don't.
Anyways, I let you finish. Anyways, I don't know how you can see his performance against 4th strings walk-ons from UNLV like in preseason and say, oh, this guy's going to show up in clutch moments. Like, he had one clutch moment last year, and that was a prayer to, I don't even know who caught the ball in Tennessee.
Ramondre Stevenson.
Which, by the way, shouldn't even have been a catch. I mean, that was a ridiculous sequence. Anyways, I'm rambling too much. That was an awful Tennessee team. We had one clutch moment. We had one clutch moment. Drake Maye did show up, I guess. I mean, he threw it to the sky, but I don't know how you can say that.
Listen, again, Ramondre Stevenson caught that ball, and I agree sort of with you because, again, preseason performance is preseason performance, right? But when you have the quarter to play, we're gonna get to positives after. You guys know how this fucking show works, right? We shit talk and then we go to positives. I genuinely am a little concerned. Again, I hate driving and listening to EEI and Jumbo Andy Hart and TC on the boards and the afternoon show. Just
you drive like this, bro.
Drive like the. So listen,
wow.
I just think.
Wow.
I just think.
Wow.
I just think that there's a little bit of concern because the radio hosts were talking about it. We heard Phil Perry and the other reporters on the field talk about it. Like, they are a little concerned as to what Drake has been just because of the amount of incompletions, the balls that could have been forced for turnovers. He's turned the ball over twice. The biggest thing about Drake that we're looking for this season, he's 22. The team around him can be better, can be a 10-win team, can be a 9-win team if he doesn't throw, more than 13 picks. He threw 10 picks last year and 15 touchdowns. We're going to do our Drake Maye predictions stat line wise, but I think there's a little bit of concern here because of how bad it's been in the preseason. Declan, I want to ask you, you got something to say and then we'll move on?
No.
No.
No, I mean,
I have a question for Declan.
I just think it's preseason woes that happen, and I just think I think it's just a little bit of woes because it's his first full season. He definitely still has pressure on him. He definitely still has a lot of pressure on him still. But I think he'll overcome that because I think he overcame the pressure he had last year. He was one of the best, when the pocket broke down, he was one of the best runners to get out of the pocket.
That's true.
And so, I still think that's a big deal, and I think he'll show off how good he'll be this season. I just think it's been some preseason woes, and I think he'll be fine.
Before Jack says anything, I think throughout the entire training camp and preseason, we've seen these tweets. This is from Taylor Kyle's who's been covering the Patriots for a little bit of time now with Patriots CLNS on CLNS Media. Maye, this is kind of what we've seen from Maye in 11 on 11s, which is what we need to view as game because it's 11 on 11.
Right.
Maye, Stevenson run inside. Booty inside route behind him. Booty inside slant, uncatchable wide. Diggs shallow catch. Booty fade catch. Henderson like a wheel route outside wide. Hooper flat catch. Henry wide uncatchable. Gibson swing pass. Douglas crosser catch. Henderson wide uncatchable. Holland's curl off his hands. Henry outside in the dirt. Like we've seen, like this is just kind of going over the entire training camp. We've seen a lot of these wide uncatchable dirt throw into the ground, interception, turnover. It looks awful. And like it doesn't sound great. Like for a fan to be listening to 11 on 11s. Plus, going back to what Jack was saying before Jack asked the question, Diggs in 7 on 7 looks like Diggs on the Bills. You know, he looks insane. You put Diggs on 11 on 11, he looks like N'Keal Harry. Like it's been terrible. It's really been bad. And you know me, I'm like Mr. Optimistic. I'm waiting for week 1 because I want to see what this team's like in the regular season. But Jack, I'm panicking a little bit. Now ask your question, Jacko.
No, it was nothing. It was just a pointless question. There's no need to ask it. But look, I just want to say, like, I agree. I mean, everyone puts on Instagram, like, I see, like, oh, you know, Stephon Diggs cooks Jeff Okudah in a one-on-one. It's a one-on, like, that's one route that
there's no read.
And Jeff Okudah, like, kind of stinks now.
Jeff Okudah.
Yeah. And I just think, like, again, yes, Diggs is an improvement from what our atrocity of a slot guy or even a receiver was last year. I get that. Matt Collins doesn't believe in shoes. I don't know what that guy's thing is.
Have you seen his TikTok channel?
The pussification of America.
Have you seen his TikTok channel?
Like, I am worried. I don't know. Does some part of me think that Drake Maye is throwing these bad balls because the D line is just that much better than the O line and is like kind of getting after him quicker than he thinks, and he's afraid to get hit because of that concussion last year? That could be a possibility. Do I think he has no time to throw? That could be a possibility.
Okay.
Like, sorry, go ahead.
Just wanted to continue actually, and then I'll come back in. I don't want to jump in.
I was just gonna say, like, look, I'm worried. I don't know if it's necessarily a Drake Maye issue, whereas it could be just the D line is that much better than the O line, which can tell a story this season, or if the O line just blows and just like it can't guard anybody. I don't know what it is, but it very well could be the D line is just better. I don't know.
Just to move off of Maye, before I move off him, I don't think the guy gives a shit about getting hurt. I think, again, we've seen it. He's a runner. He's a guy that's athletic. He's mobile. He doesn't give a fuck. I mean, there's going to be a game this year where we might see Josh Dobbs play. Unless McDaniels is like, bro, chill out. Like, we need you. Like, and it's true because you've seen Josh Dobbs in preseason. That doesn't even deserve a spot on this show to talk about Joshua Dobbs, the Pastronaut, and how awful he's been in preseason. He's made Kyle Williams look terrible. And Kyle Williams got a concussion.
Again, I'm not sitting here claiming that Drake Maye's afraid to get hit. I just don't know what the scenario is. Like, again, I don't.
Week 1, September 7th, Hallal and Hickey. We'll see how it goes. Listen, I just want to say, offensive line, we'll move on from that. We're still not in the positive realm yet. The offensive line, mix and matching, that's the whole point of training camp, kind of see what you have. Will Campbell's look great in run. Pass, it's been iffy. Left guard, Jared Wilson didn't play last week. They slotted him right back in there. I think Garrett Bradbury's not going to start for this team, and I truly believe that we're going to see Jared Wilson go to center. I mean, he's a natural center. He's played guard before, but he's more of a center, and I think he's going to be better there. Right guard, obviously, Onwenu. Right tackle, Morgan Moses. We've yet to see Moses or Onwenu because preseason they've not touched the field. And in an actual game scenario, they've done joint practices. Joint practices are actually, and what coaches and players have been saying, more beneficial for the players over preseason games because it's ones versus ones, and the Patriots got their fucking asses walloped by the Vikings because the Vikings are a good team, and that's probably what the Patriots are looking to be one day, is a good coached team that has some great players on it. But again, this line mixing and matching, I think by week 1, you're going to see Will Campbell at left tackle. You're going to see Ben Brown or somebody at left guard. It might be a deep, dark hole at left guard. You're going to see Jared Wilson at center, which is great. Michael Onwenu at right guard, which is great. Morgan Moses at right tackle, which is good. You're just going to have a glaring hole at left guard because it's going to be either a revolving door, as it's been in the past, ever since Belichick, for some reason, drafted Cole Strange out of Chattanooga, which I'll never get over that. It might be a revolving door. Layden Robinson, he might be in Yucatan. I don't know where he's been. Ben Brown's been playing left guard, and Jared Wilson's been playing there, but I think he's going to move to center. Thoughts on the offensive line, Declan?
It sounds about right. For what you said. Yeah, the left guard hole is it's just, I can't even describe it. It's just a black hole right there.
I mean, to be that bad, Cole Strange is that bad. He's practicing with the 3s and the 4s. Right? I mean,
yeah, I don't know how deep the left guard goes. I can't even name, other than we said, Jared Wilson, Cole Strange. I can't give you a name.
Ben Brown, who was Drake May's center, might play left guard from last season. City Sow has been playing with the 4s. You might as well call him with the 5s.
Ooh.
Layden Robinson hasn't seen the field. There's guys on this team from last year, and we're going to get to the defense right now. I mean, we saw the reports. Anthony Jennings, who was a starter on Gerard Mayo's defense last year, if you can call it that, DeMarcus Covington's defense, is now on the trade block. Kyle Duggar's massive contract. He's been playing with the 4s and the 3s in preseason. He has not seen the field as a starter with the 1s, is on the trade block. How much does that say, Jack? I'm going to go back to you about the talent this team had last year, to the point where now Vrabel and Wolf and company is looking to move on from these guys because it's that bad, where you have a rookie and a couple other guys like Jalen Hawkins and somehow Jabril Peppers, because I guess his lawyer is Saul, now is on this defense. Thoughts? Just, I want to know your opinion on this talent.
Look, yeah, I mean, I think we can all agree that, I was honestly surprised that the Patriots made as many moves as they did in the offseason. Was I happy with the moves? Some of them I were. Was I happy that they just targeted defense rather than offense? No. I think our defense was honestly fine last year. I know the moves we made this year for our defense were great, right? They're great. But I think when you look at Drake Maye and you see kind of what happened last year, I don't know how you can say, oh, we should, let's just kind of not sign anyone offensively. Again, I think they could have done a lot better offensively to help Drake Maye and to give him more of that kind of comfortability in the pocket and someone to throw to. With that being said, I think our defense is going to really play well in a lot of good games, and I think they're going to kind of hold us to, one-score games. It's just a matter of if the offense can then be like, okay, we can go down the field and score. I don't know if that's possible.
Again, so the talent defensively is great. I think the market last year, I mean, we offered Chris Godwin Robert Kraft's entire home and probably the massage parlor, and he didn't come here, right? He wanted to stay in Tampa. I think that... I
don't know if that's a bad thing. I mean, he's had knee issues, right? Who knows what he's going to be like. But again, I understand what you're saying.
I think Anthony Jennings and Duggar being on the trade block shows you that they think the depth they have now is good, and they don't want to keep the guys that were here last year that started because they're just not great. And, if that's what they're going to do, that's what they're going to have to do. I also kind of want to move on now to what this roster is going to look like. Then we'll do Drake May's stat line and wrap up the Patriots side of things. Where it stands now, I think they're going to have to make some decisions, and that's going to come with cutting Kendrick Bourne. I think the guy's been injured, but he's done, right? I mean, there's nothing there. Might come with phantom IRing a guy like Jalen Polk, who they maybe think they can work on. In the wide receiver spots, again, you're not going to keep 8 receivers on the team. You're going to keep 6 of them, and it's going to be Diggs. It's going to be Demario Douglas. It's going to be Kayshon Boutte. It's going to be Mac Hollins. It's going to be Efton Chisholm.
Yeah!
It's going to be Danny Amendola. I heard that's Danny Amendola part 2. And and that last spot's going to go to Javon Baker or somebody else in that regard. right? Javon Baker's done great on special teams. I don't know if that's what he was drafted for, but that's kind of how they're going to roll. And I think,
Yeah.
I think that's just how it's going to go. And Travion Henderson's been great. We were going to talk about positives, but you know what? We've heard the positives, right? Travion Henderson's been great. Run game's been incredible. I'm a little iffy on the linebackers still. Defensive line can be awesome with the rotations. Just a good group of guys. The corner group's going to be great with Gonzo and Carlton Davis and Marcus Jones. And it's just a good again, Jack, I agree with you. This defense can hold teams. Bend, don't break, right? I like Terrell Williams' defensive style. He's violent, right? As a coordinator. I think it's going to be good for this team. Again, the big question mark is before we, go to Drake May's stat line is what the fuck is this offense? What is their identity? We know what McDaniels' identity is, but what is this offense's identity going to be besides the fact? And is Drake May just going to punch us in the mouth and tell us to shut the fuck up week 1 and throw for 300 yards? Like just something crazy like that, and thoughts on that, and then we'll wrap with May's stat line.
Yeah, look, I mean, again, as we went over, last episode, like we don't have a hard schedule at all. And I think the defense isn't going to have a hard time holding these offenses to, 14, maybe 21, maybe even 24 or whatever points, right? But again, I don't have trust that, Diggs can get the job done offensively on the last drive in a 2-minute drill. And look, as much as Efton Chisholm has been performing in preseason and training camp, and again, training camp and preseason are they're not anything special, but it's good that he's performing. I just don't think he's the guy you can trust going forward. I think he's good. I want him to make the team. I want to see what he can do. But to have that guy be like a trust factor in a 2-minute drill to win the game, I don't know if it's possible.
Listen, and before we go to Declan, again, McDaniels in like mini camp gave Efton Chisholm Danny Amendola tape to watch. I think from that point, they knew what they had in him. And
True.
Everyone was kind of being like, oh, Efton Chisholm, another white boy, right? It was going to be like another Braxton Berrios or whatever. Like anytime someone sees a white receiver, they think of Edelman, they think of Amendola, because this state is interesting. But I think the whole aspect of Efton Chisholm is that now you have a game where you can double slot with Chisholm and Douglas, 2 guys that can go across the field and get open and score, like the way that McDaniels utilized Edelman and Amendola when they had that offense going. Again, this team's got some talent if they mix and match correctly, right? They get Diggs outside at the X. Booty can play the X. We're forgetting, when I was counting out receivers, Kyle Williams. I mean, the guy got concussed.
Yeah,
Have you seen the way this guy runs routes? We haven't had a guy that can separate like this in a very long time. And if they utilize him at the X or the Y or whatever, if they mix and match and if they have an offensive attack through the air that has Diggs outside, Kyle Williams, Demario Douglas, Hunter Henry, and you can mix and match, get Kayshon Boutte in there, whatever. That's a pretty talented offense with Travion Henderson as well. You just hope it all clicks. Yep. Declan, thoughts before we get into Drake May's stat line?
Yeah, I think you're right though about like the offense. It's like it'll be interesting to see like what kind of identity will they be a team that likes to play in like the medium routes? Will they be a team that likes to play in the like short game? Or is it going to be a team that's maybe more like run focused, that can maybe be like run screens, a little more like short passes, not like. But will they throw the deep ball as much? I don't know. I think that'll be up to seeing how open like Kyle Williams can get or how open like Diggs can get on those routes. I think the defense is pretty solid, like you were saying, like going through the corners, the D tackles, like the line, like the linebackers being a little iffy, like you said, it's a little concerning.
I mean, you got Christian Ellis and Robert Spillane starting at linebacker.
Yeah,
it's going to be an interesting thing to watch. I mean, those 2 guys are not proven in any regard. They got contracts, not expensive ones, but they got contracts, right?
Yeah, but I think they definitely like what they like. I think they've liked what they've like seen from them, so I think it's still a good sign. Like, I still think they have the chance to show what they can do still, even if they're not like the biggest names or they're not like anything like insane. I think yes, like the corner group will be well. I maybe want to see more Marcus Jones jet sweeps or something like that, because that was very
get him involved, right?
Because in those plays that year when he was like when he had the punt return, when he had the jet sweeps, it was definitely something you can use as kind of like a wild card to use when you're
Right.
like when you want to switch it up. I think the line definitely has a lot to prove this year. So I think they'll try to be more confident. It's just kind of hard because like you haven't seen this offensive line go. Like I really want to see this offensive line like in a week one game, like to really know like what I'm getting. So I say this is a positive look. I'd say the offense is still iffy because this was a team that won 4 games last year, and the defense has always looked good. More recently, I just don't know about the offense, but I think we'll have to see
All right.
in week one.
We can go to Maye's stat line. I think I'll just kind of start it off there, and I think this is a year where he can surpass 3,000. He was in the 3,000 mark last year. I'm looking at his stat. He was in the 2,276 because he didn't start as many games. I think he'll be in the upper 3,000s. So he'll probably go to 3.6, 3.5. I think he'll rush for about 400. I think we'll rush for 4 or 5 touchdowns. I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt. I'm going to go 24 or 25 passing and 11 interceptions. That's where I'm at on May as of now. Jack, stat line predictions.
Yeah,
Stat line meaning just I'm not going completion percentage. Yards, touchdowns, picks.
I think he throws for. I like the 3,500 number. I think he throws for about 3,500 yards. I think he runs for maybe 450, 470. I think he throws for, I don't know. I'm going to say, you said he threw for 15 touchdowns last year?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to say he throws 27 touchdowns and 13 interceptions, which I don't think is an egregious thing to say. I think there's going to be a lot of against bad teams. Maybe there could be some garbage time touchdowns he throws. Just saying. But I think that's kind of where I stand.
Declan.
Yeah, I'll probably go like 3,500, like 3,600, like around there because I think that's a pretty good number for him. I don't think he'll hit the 4,000. I think it would be nice, but I think he'll do that. I think for rushing touchdowns, I go about maybe 5 or 6 rushing touchdowns. I'm gonna say maybe upwards. I'm gonna say 550 rushing yards because I think he's gonna show up his rushing. But I'm gonna say 550 rushing yards. Passing touchdowns, I'll go 28 or 29. I'll go upwards of Jack. I think he'll just miss the 30 mark, and I'll go 11 picks.
All right. Well, that's the May stat line, Jack.
Yeah, I just want to ask you guys a question because I think it's something, considering we're talking about Drake Maye and the offense and the team kind of going forward. I think it's an important question to ask both of you, and then I can answer my part after. But would you guys rather see Drake Maye have a great year, but the team not do so well, or the team do well, make the postseason, and Drake Maye have mediocre stats?
I don't think the team's going to make the postseason with Drake Maye having mediocre stats. I don't think that's possible.
Okay.
I think it runs through. Yeah. I think it runs through what Mays can accomplish, and if the defense puts the offense in a position to win, Maye has to win.
Yeah, so I guess I would say Maye doing better. I guess is the answer to that question.
Right.
Because it runs through him, and I think it's better to see your guy who can maybe be your franchise quarterback do well, even if the team doesn't do well.
True.
Yeah, Jack, thoughts on that?
Yeah, I mean, look, after actually asking it, I kind of realized it wasn't that good of a question. Obviously, you want to see your second-year quarterback have a good year, right? You want to see him kind of be the focal point of what makes this offense score points. But I do think, with that being said, he could have mediocre games and then maybe throw that one last clutch touchdown to win. He could show up in the moments he needs to show up for us to win games. But obviously in the whole game, not really put together the best game, but just in that moment, do something special. I don't know. It could go both ways.
Well, we went over the Red Sox big series against the Yankees today. Starts tonight at 7:10. It should be a good one. We talked about the Patriots. A little bit of downside, upsides, whatever we're seeing until Week 1, September 7th, which is coming up very soon. Um, and again, we have some time until the Celtics actually get going and move and continue to get into a spot where we can talk a little bit more about them. Uh, You know, quickly in the last 10 of the show, Jack, again, being the guy that loves LeBron, that is the most confusing yet understanding Celtics fan, I guess you could call yourself. It treads a line. What are your thoughts on this team this year for the Celtics? The depth of what they have, and can Jaylen Brown lead this team?
I don't. I don't think he can. I think at best we're a 7 seed, but I think right now we're kind of in the plan, honestly. Um, as much as Tatum bothers me with shot selection late in games,
He's a stud, right? I mean, he's a top 5 player in the National Basketball Association. He's your guy. He's why I know Jaylen Brown won Finals MVP, but Tatum's the reason why we won the Finals 2 years ago. And again, without him, honestly, I don't want to even hear about anything Tatum. Like, if the team is like barely in the play-in, don't even play him. Like, just keep him. Like, just keep him on the bench and don't rush anything, right? Just get him as healthy as possible. If we're in the play-in, whatever. It's just a year we don't have our best player, right? It happens. I don't have any high expectations for this team at all. I've seen what Jaylen Brown can do. I really don't think he has what it takes to lead a team. I really don't think, honestly, like, he cares to lead the team as far as he maybe could. Like, I've seen it. He can't handle the ball. He takes bad selection, like shot selections. I'm not positive about being a higher than a 7 seed. 7 seeds, I say, is our ceiling. Playing is what I think we will be.
I kind of agree with you. I don't think Jaylen can lead this team. And I think we saw it in the playoffs where we had that one fluke spark game that led us to believe that maybe there was a shot we could be in a good spot. But again, after Tatum went down and the way he went down, I don't think Jaylen can lead this team. Do I hope he can? Sure. I mean, if he has a chip on his shoulder from everybody saying he can't lead the team, and he fulfills that and leads the team and does a good job, I hope so. But again, without Tatum, this team has got no direction. And without the depth, I mean, Al Horford, again, we haven't seen an official anything on him, if he's retiring, if he's signing with the Warriors, whatever the case may be. This team, I mean, if you're starting Anthony Simons or Peyton Pritchard at guard, I don't really know. I don't know what the trajectory of this. I think the depth is awful. I think I don't know what Declan's thought is, but I think what we've put together in free agency thus far and the two-way contracts and everything, it shows you a team that is now rebuilding and refocusing on another group of guys.
Yeah, I do think though about this. Like, I do think they're probably going to start Pritchard. I feel like over Simons is what I feel like gonna happen. But yeah, I don't really know if Jaylen Brown can really lead. I mean, I think he can lead this team, but I don't think he could like. But when I say that, I don't think he could lead it to a championship. If that makes sense, it's like I feel like he could lead this team enough to like the first round, maybe to the second round, but would go like no further than that. Um, I think the positives of this year, it'll show like I think there will be players who have like career highs. Like if you take like Pritchard, I think like Derek White's gonna have a great year because I feel like he's gonna have more of the ball. Just because I don't think Jalen's gonna be the main primary ball handler. I think Pritchard's gonna get the rock. I think the one positive you can spin about this is I do like the young players they brought in. Like I do like how like I think like Jordan Walsh is gonna get more minutes to show what he can actually do because this is kind of his make or break year. I think Baylor Shireman's going to he's going to show what he can do from last year. I think like Hugo Gonzalez is going to get some good time to show what he can do. The center from Kentucky, I can't remember his name, but he was pretty good. Yeah, and just like I think that the Chris Boucher signing could be something interesting there because I think he brings decent depth. I think the power forward position. I think he was probably a better spot than Georges Niang. I don't think Georges Niang was going to be a good spot, no matter if you put him at 3 or 4.
I just want to say, like, this team, obviously, when Tatum comes back, is going to look to spend a little bit of money. And hopefully,
Yeah.
with the new ownership group, I hope whatever they promised is what they do, which is not always what happens. But, you know, it's the Boston Celtics. Why wouldn't you spend? I mean, there's never been a point in time where, there has, but, like, you need to spend and go all in. I think this team is going to have to draft a center and develop the center.
Yeah.
Luka Garza is a power forward that can play center. Neemias Queta is probably our starting center this year. Like,
But he's shown good potential.
again.
Okay. Like he's a great shot blocker.
Yeah,
you know
but
I mean, yeah,
Yes.
so was Robert Williams, but he was a liability.
Well, Robert Williams got injured all the time, so. Like Neemias Queta is actually a good shot blocker.
I just don't know how this team can go Peyton Pritchard, Derek White, Jaylen Brown. Who's at the 4? Sam
Boucher.
Hauser,
Chris Boucher,
Neemias Queta, and go anywhere past either the
I
play-in.
still think Chris Boucher's like decently good. He was just on the Raptors. I mean, like I don't know what you want him to do.
But you're saying this team could go to the second round and exit. I mean, this team, it's not talented. You go past what the.
I'm just saying that he could lead them. I'm not saying he would lead them anywhere to the playoffs. That's. I'm just saying he would lead them. I'm not saying he would win anything. I'm just saying he'd be a first round. Like, I'm saying maybe second round, but that's not even me saying that.
I genuinely believe this team, if they actually want to compete next year, they should kind of tank.
But like I think even if they, I think there's teams still worse than us. Even if we tank, there's still like a lot more teams that are worse.
Any position to get AJ Dibanza on my team is the position where I want.
Okay, I would love to get AJ DeMonsta, but like there's definitely like we're at least better than I think like 6 or 7 of the teams in the East. Yeah, so you're gonna do that too.
Jack, do you think that there's 16? We're better than 6 teams in the East.
Yes.
What team is better than us in the East? That's those bottom teams.
I don't think I don't think you can consider us a top 6 team in the East, honestly.
I didn't say that.
So okay, then I'm honestly kind of confused what you're saying. I'm not like throwing shade at you. I'm just kind of confused about the question.
No, like I'm saying because like Chuck wants to tank, but I'm saying like even if we're at the bottom of the list, we're better than like we're still better than the Wizards, the Hornets, the Nets, the Raptors, and the Bulls and the Heat. You know, like
yeah, the bottom feeding group. Yeah.
I guess
we could play in the play-in.
So I don't think we would be able to tank for DeMonsta, even though I would love AJ DeMonsta on the team.
Our depth is just terrible. I mean, there's like nothing there.
I do want to say this. As much as I want DeMonsta, I honestly just don't think tanking in the NBA works. Like, if we tank and get like a 5th overall pick, we screwed ourselves.
Okay, like you see what the Mavericks did.
I just don't like again. Like, I don't think this team honestly makes it out of the play-in. Like again, like I think I honestly don't think like we should even get our hopes up for anything special because again, our roster is nothing. Tatum's out for the year. Like I just think you just see what you have with this kind of group of guys and just go out there and have fun, right? Like I don't think you say, oh my God, we can compete for a championship because quite frankly, you can't, right? And it's going to be bad in the postseason, you know, and might as well just be like, okay, let's just accept what we have here and reevaluate in the offseason when we have our top 5 player in the league back in the lineup.
Yeah, it's going to be like a building year, I feel like.
I think it's going to be interesting to see what the offseason is going to look like after this season. And where they're going to go and what they want to do. Running on time here. Jack's got a haircut in Florida. Florida or Yucatan? Where are you going?
You going to Jupiter?
Jupiter, Saturn.
I plead the fifth, Your Honor.
Boys, guess what? Next week, Curry College begins classes. Academics are back. People are excited, I've heard, to go back to class. I, for one, am very excited to walk in to WMLN 91.5 Curry College Radio to do our first, not live, our first episode in studio next week, which is going to be cool and exciting and fun. And I think this year is going to be great for us as a team. I think the last episode with Jack is going to be a sad one. But I know for a fact Jack's going to call some football this year. He's going to call some great games. He's going to do a good job. And I know as a group here, guys, we're going to do an awesome job covering whatever the frick the rest of this Red Sox season is going to be and whatever the Patriots season is going to be. And again, a lot of question marks coming up here. Jack?
Last thing I want to say is, look, even if the Red Sox win the wild card, like, I think as long as just they get in, they like
magic
could find a spark. I don't know, right?
That's
like,
baseball.
It's October. It's September and October and Fenway there's nothing like it.
Red October.
Get in there.
2021. That's all I'll say.
Hey,
who knows what? Yeah,
that's right.
Who knows what can happen? Just get in.
Y'all don't know about 2021 Kike Hernandez.
That's right.
Like,
unfortunately. Listen, a lot of good stuff this year. Before we let Jack go to Yucatan, live shows outside, student questionnaire shows, being outside the station, having people come on, give their take, a little sign. What's your take? You have Jack argue with first years that have no idea what our radio station even is, which is always great. I love when we're walking and people say, "What? We have a radio station?" We do. It's this little brown building that looks like a porta potty. Anyways, the haircut, Jack Hallal. Hopefully it looks good. We'll probably make it the thumbnail of this video, Jack's haircut. Season 2, episode 2. That wraps it all up for Jack Hallal and Declan Hickey. I'm Chuck LaRossi, and we'll see you for episode number 3. Hopefully by that point, and I don't clip this when we go and do the show, the Red Sox get a series win over the Yankees and the Orioles and put themselves in position to be a top contending team in the AL East and in the wild card. Jack Hallal, Declan Hickey, Chuck LaRossi. We'll see you next time for episode 3. Bye.